Things are pretty rough right now in the world of Magic the Gathering, especially for Channel Fireball. Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. We are here today to talk some Magic news. I mean, we've been doing a lot of talking about Core 2021, and I do have a little tidbit about 2021 that we'll talk about at the end, but we're here to focus on some other random little issues that are going on. Some of them good, some of them bad. All right. So the main story is the Channel Fireball story, I would say, out of the different things that we have to talk about here. So we'll do it in the order I've got it down here. Channel Fireball basically made a massive error, and this, well, maybe it has to do with government regulations or whatever, but it's definitely an unintended side effect. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know the internal processes of Channel Fireball events. What we're talking about here is the Magic Fest, specifically Magic Fest Lion, right? Now, this was the last Magic Fest that happened before everything got canceled. So the very final Magic Fest before just the whole wave of canceling this. So this one actually happened. Now there's a post on Reddit saying, as this has already been discussed, many users who purchased various registrations to Magic Fest Lion, doesn't matter, main event entries, Fnatic packages, they've started to see their purchases refunded by Channel Fireball events, the money being wired directly back to their accounts, regardless of whether they attended the event or not. And the post goes on to say that everyone's puzzled as there's no communication provided. So when the refund came in, there was no announcement given with it, no information. And so there's some confusion going on at first, and then it became evident that Channel Fireball sent out follow-up emails to everyone who had been refunded, stating that they had made a mistake and that they needed the help of the community to fix it by going to their website and buying a new registration. They're offering a 10% discount, basically letting you keep 10% of what they've sent you. So if you didn't quite get what I'm driving at here, Channel Fireball ran an event, okay? This event actually happened. A bunch of people who paid for the event went to the event, and the event just ended. The whole thing went off the way it was supposed to, right? Roughly. And then after the event, all of a sudden, this refund shows up for an event you've already paid for, right? Everybody got refunds for this, whether or not they went to the event. So Channel Fireball sent a follow-up email to every single person who got one of these refunds saying, we've made a mistake. We need your help to fix it. To fix this problem, we essentially need you to purchase another registration. So it would be like you were signing up for another Magic Fest, right? It doesn't actually exist. It's not like you're actually buying another Magic Fest. They literally just need you to submit it as a purchase through them, I guess, because just trying to get the payments refunded since they were, I guess, what does it say? The wired directly. Because the money was wired, it's not like certain forms of payment, like PayPal, for example, where you can reverse transactions fairly easily. And well, actually, PayPal is another thing we're going to talk about today. It's another thing that's affecting Magic players specifically. But anyways, with this scenario, you've got a situation where Channel Fireball has made a mistake, and people are going to be put in the position where they're just going to be able to keep Channel Fireball's money. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can, from this scenario, it's pretty much like almost an honor system where it's like, look, we accidentally sent you this money and we need you to give it back. But we understand that we screwed up and we'll give you a little bit, basically they're appealing somewhat to people's self-interest by going, you can keep 10% of it. So I don't know what these registration costs are, but if they accidentally sent you back the $100 you spent, they're like, just pay us back 90. I mean, that's a free 10 bones for you, right? So that's a smart move on Channel Fireball's part, because that, there are people who are going to be outright full-on honest and would just be like, okay, you know what? I purchased this product. I went and actually used the product. That's the event, right? The service, I guess. Service/product, depending on whether it's like a sealed sort of thing. But either way, I've paid for this service. I've gone and used the service. And now afterwards, I've been given this money by accident. I'm absolutely going to return it to you. There are people who are like that. And there are people who are like, no. There's no way you can make me give the money back. And I mean, I feel like there are going to be people who look at the scenario and go, okay, Channel Fireball Events is done. As far as I understand, my understanding currently is that Channel Fireball Events is basically finished as a company. They're not really going to be able to run Magic events for them going forwards. I'm pretty sure that the business relationship between them and Wizards is being dissolved and Channel Fireball Events is closing. Now, if that situation has changed or I have some misunderstanding of that, let me know in the comments below. But I believe that Channel Fireball is just going away as a company. Not the Channel Fireball Events. So not the website with the cards and singles. That's not what we're talking about. This is a separate company that operates under the same like branding umbrella, right? So I know I've ranged a little off of what I was trying to say here, but either way, what I'm trying to drive at is you'll have people who are 100% honest and are just like, yo, here's your money back, legit. Like, you know, you made a mistake. Here's your money, no problem. And there are people who are like, I'm going to keep this money. Some because they're like really greedy. Some people may just be a little more desperate than greedy. You know what I mean? Like if you have a big pile of money and you decide to keep their $100, then you're being like, there's a different kind of greed between someone who has like $100,000 and somebody who has like $10. It doesn't make one better or the other. At the end of the day, you're still keeping what isn't yours. But you know what I mean? Like you understand the range. And again, I'm getting a little off subject. What I'm trying to say is that I do believe there will be people who will legitimately just be like, no, I'm keeping that. I'm absolutely keeping that. There's no way you're getting your money back. So there'll be people who would return it no matter what. There'll be people who are like, there's no way you're getting this back. But then there are people who would be somewhere in the middle-ish where they're like, I don't know, do I want to return this? Do I want to keep it? But if they go, yo, give us our money mostly and you can keep $10, then for most of those people, it'll just be like, sweet, bro, I get 10 bones. Yeah, I give you back your $90. Now I don't have any kind of moral quandary whatsoever, and I just get bonus cash. So that's a smart move on their part to make it like, it's incentivizing it a bit in terms of like, come on, give us our money back, because not everybody is going to. I feel like the chances of them getting 100% people across the board doing that, I mean, it's not, there's parts of the Magic community that are thievious raccoonuses. You know what I mean? Whatever. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next story here. I think I've covered that sufficiently. And that is Theros Stargazing. The Theros Stargazing secret layers are finally shipping out this week, according to the information that's being given. Now remember, this is however many secret layers ago. This came out when Theros was the set in Standard. So this has been a really long time. Now, why is it taking this long? Part of it, people are like going, yo, but the International Women's Day one came out afterwards and we're getting that one. What's the deal? Like, does it have to do with the whole shutdown in the world, or what is the issue? Well, some people are theorizing, there's no way to confirm this, but some people are theorizing it has to do with like the apology gifts that are being included. What Wizards wanted to do was include one collector booster with every secret layer order that was late. And so they sent out a bunch of International Women's Day, but instead of including one booster, they included one booster box per order. So there are some people who theorize that the reason they didn't send out the stargazing stuff yet is because they were waiting to be sent more collector's boosters to send out as part of the apology. And it's just funny to me that the apology gifts that were sent were messed up, and it's like, it's a bonus for the people who got a full collector's box. Like, can you imagine getting a whole box of collector's edition along with your secret layer? That'd be amazing, you know? But anyways, it looks like the Theros Stargazing stuff is going to be getting sent out soon, which is cool because I'm still waiting for those. All right, so that's, you know what, that's good news. That's good news-ish in our not really good news sandwich. So like, I guess that's the meat, and then the bread was the Channel Fireball story, and the other piece of bread is going to be what's going on with PayPal. So PayPal has made a change in the way that it operates, in that it will no longer protect transactions that are like secondary market nature. So what that means is if you're like the originator of an item, and you know what, I'm selling this brand new object or whatever, you still have protection through PayPal. If you're like a company and you're selling particular items, whatever it is, you manufacture those items, that's all fine. But when it comes to Magic cards, those are like second-hand items, you know what I mean? Like, sure, we can get them graded and treat them perfectly, whatever it is, but literally there's a second-hand market for Magic the Gathering. It is language that makes it sound more like yard sale-y, but either way, that is really what's going on. So PayPal isn't going to protect sellers of Magic singles anymore in the same way. So if there's a dispute, it will pretty much just, and this is my understanding of it, it'll pretty much just be in favor of the person who's purchasing the item. So this could lead to a mass exodus of single sellers using PayPal. I mean, I get the frustration with that. I ran into something similar a number of years ago where I used to do online card trading, and this is one of the reasons I don't like to do it anymore. Like, dealing with the mail is just, anyways. The scenario was where I had sent a bunch of cards and I had sent them insured, but they were basically like, look, these are like second-hand items. You don't have receipts for them like you would if you had bought a stereo or something else you're sending. So none of this is actually allowable under the insurance that you paid extra money to have put on your package. Oh, it drove me crazy. I found that to be a really frustrating experience. So I can understand why PayPal sellers would be pretty bummed out that they're going forwards in terms of Magic cards. They're no longer protected items. So, I mean, there's so many scams that go on online already. It feels gross. Like, Magic is a great game, but because of like the value of the cards and the greedy nature of some people, we have to deal with, like, this stuff happens in person and online. Like, in person, people go into like Targets and Walmarts and buy up like commander decks or things like that, tear them open, take all the good stuff out of them, fill it up with junk and return it, and somebody else gets stuck with it. And the same kind of stuff happens online. People literally like list booster boxes and, oh, here you go, and they send it out and all the packs have been opened and all the rares have been taken out. Like, there's just so much scammy stuff going on online that it's not a great feeling to think about people having less protection about getting scammed. I don't really like doing online transactions. Showing my age here. Dinosaur MTG, kids. Either way, this has been an installment of, oh wait, no, one more thing, I forgot. The little snippet that goes along with Core 2021 that I mentioned. All right, so for pretty much the entire history of Magic the Gathering, all the way back to Ice Age, the card Zur's Weirding has been the last alphabetical Magic card, right? Because it's spelled like Z or Z, depending on where you're from. Z, U, R, S, and then just Weirding, right? So that was alphabetically the last card in all of Magic the Gathering. But that title has been taken by Zurzoth. Because basically, the first three letters are the same. You have Z, U, R, and then instead of S, you have another Z. And that makes Zurzoth now the last alphabetical name in all of Magic. I saw that in passing on a Reddit thread. I didn't note down the person for credit because I'm an awful person. So, anyways, I thought that was funky to note. So now we've covered this installment of Mega Magic News. Thanks for coming by. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I'm doing here, you can like the video. That's always good. You know, subscribe, comment. YouTube loves that stuff. Makes it seem like I'm a genuine professional channel, which I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna drink my glass bottle Barks root beer. I feel actually, you know what? Drinking the pop on the video, it reminds me of the old days. People would complain about me doing this. It's so unprofessional, dude. I hate watching you drink, man. I'm leaving this in. I don't even care. All right, so yeah, let me know what you think about my pop or whatever, man. Tell me something about ponies. I don't care. Half the comments, half the time are ridiculous anyway. So thanks for coming by, everybody. And did I say Patreon? No, Patreon. That's a thing. Okay, bye.